Peace, love, and light. I am Damri Alma Atbay. This is Eden Rose, and Eden Rose is the way of life. I'm coming on quickly to do the daily divine reading, but today's live reading is in honor of Holy Day. So happy Holy Day to everyone out there, to all the Moors, those people who consider Friday their holy day. Happy Holy Day to you too. So today, today's reading was going to be, I thought, full of a little bit of angst and perhaps anger. That was just based on something that I was having an experience with in my life. And then I thought maybe it was just the reading coming through. But then I got a message from someone, and it totally just changed my frequency completely. And I realized that I needed to come online and do the reading now instead of doing it later like I had planned to. And that the reading was actually about tenderness and vulnerability and accepting love and divine love and unconditional love in the various ways that it comes out. So before I pull a card, I just want to give you what I received. So basically what I'm feeling is that I'm going to pull the cards while I'm talking to you, but I'm not going to look. The message that wants to come through is there is divine love, and there is unconditional love at every turn, at every corner, in every aspect of our lives, except many times it's easy to get caught up in whatever's happening and to lose the sense of where that unconditional love is coming from. And so what I'm feeling, what I'm getting for this reading today is just that it's kind of a reminder to allow yourself to be loved and cherished in the various ways that you are loved and cherished, regardless of if it's, the same way that you want to be loved, regardless if of whether or not it's your idea of what love is, or your definition of what it is. Love, and unconditional love especially, it shows up and it presents itself in our lives in various different ways. And it could be, I don't know, a store clerk that you visit often, and they happen to serve you in a way that is extra special to you. It could be a neighbor who always says hello. It could be a friend who always drops by, or who always calls at the right time. It shows up in various ways. And so the message today really, without the cards even being shown, is that you're being asked to focus a little bit more on where unconditional love actually steps into your life, and to be more open and accepting and receiving of that love, because even though it might not be coming from the people or person or situation that you want it to come from, or that you expect it to come from, you're still being bombarded and offered and gifted with unconditional love in various ways, from various experiences in your life. And so it's time to recognize those experiences and those people. Okay, so we have the Prince of Cups and the Six of Cups, which are both, the cups are always emotional cards, so anything with water has to deal with your emotions, and the flowing and the ebb of flow of how you move back and forth between your emotions on a regular basis. In particular, the Prince of Cups for me here is almost like you've been trying to build yourself up to be whatever this picture perfect version of yourself is, this vision or version of yourself that you've been wanting to be or become, or this experience that you've been wanting to have. Okay, I don't want it to sound terrible, but like what I see in this card is somebody who's faking it till they make it. So it's like someone who's pretending to be happy, someone who's really kind of spent and perhaps a little bit tattered. It seems as though that person is doing really well, but there's something within them that isn't fulfilled, or there's something within them that they don't feel fulfilled about. And so to tie that into kind of how I was feeling before I pulled the cards, perhaps you've been feeling, I don't know, a little bit down or just unfulfilled in that area of unconditional love, in that area of feeling like you're being nourished and valued by others. And it's been kind of wear and tear on your emotional state, on your mental health. And I'm not saying, there's any serious issue, but when I say mental health, I mean, your ability to consistently stay in a high frequency, in high vibration. And so there is either coming into your life or already existing, and I feel like it's already existing, but there's a person or a group of people. I'm feeling like it's more one person, but there's a person that you've kind of looked up to or looked toward for guidance when it comes to this sort of area in your life. And this person has been able to give you guidance in the past, and you're being asked to perhaps confer with this person again and to recognize that you're not, although there's other areas in your life and as other parts of who you are that are on top of things, and not just on top of things, but just making things happen, manifesting in the way that you want to. In this area of love, your idea and your vision of what love is needs changing and configuring and adjustment, because in whatever way you feel unfulfilled, you're not recognizing that you are actually blocking out other sources of unconditional love, other things that could be showing you love. This could be coming from an animal, like it could be anything. And that's the message, is that what your definition of love is, what your definition of unconditional love is, it doesn't include the ways in which you're being offered unconditional love. And it's like you're missing the lesson from the universe. You're missing the nudges that are being sent to you, saying, you may not have it this way, you may not have it this way that you envisioned, but there are people and things and scenarios and the divine, all encompassing, right, that are offering you, sorry, it was an alarm, that are offering you unconditional love in various ways, but you're not feeling full and you're not feeling like you're receiving this love because you've blocked yourself off. But there's a person in your life that is sort of charged to be your guide in many different areas, not just this one area about love. So don't go running to the one person who you complain to about this, if that's the case. This is somebody who is very wise. This is somebody who is very in control of their, at least seemingly from your perspective, in control of their emotional well-being. And so they're really going to have a good handle on assisting you with getting through this period of time, and recognizing that, you don't need this unconditional love from these particular people or in this particular way. What you're truly in need of is recognizing what unconditional love is. And that might be, someone who loves unconditionally might need to step away all the time and not be in your presence. Somebody who's offering unconditional love might be somebody who offers you, hard advice to hear, or, it might not be something that lands softly, but it doesn't mean that there isn't unconditional love, because truth is love, truth is ought, right? And ought is love. And so, and by ought, I mean manifestation. I mean, that feeling of being able to, well, not being able to, that feeling of creation, that feeling of inspiration. For me, that's what I experience ought to be. It's the physical manifestations of things, and also the vibrational manifestation of things. So you're missing a lot of unconditional love that you're receiving because of your perspective. So it's time to shift that perspective a little bit. Hold on, there's another card. I was only going to pull one, but I do have to leave. This reading isn't going to be very long. It's going to be very short. It's a quick reading because I wasn't planning on coming on live earlier. I plan on coming back later, so this is just really quick. Yeah, so I'm getting the Prince of Swords, which is, the Prince of Swords is somebody who is, perfecting a skill, somebody who's perfecting an art, okay? And that art is the art of mentalism. That art is the art of self-control and what's the word I'm looking for? Regulation, self-regulation, okay? There is a very serious aspect of you that needs to practice a little bit more regulation in self so that you could have a little bit more control over your life in this area, because receiving unconditional love requires specifically that one is vulnerable, and it's very hard for many people to be vulnerable. It's very difficult, and so if there is someone or some place or some space that you feel as though you can completely release in, even if that space is a space where it's just you, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It can be an experience as well. But if there is a space, place, or group of people experience that you know that you can step into and be completely vulnerable with, or be completely vulnerable while you're there, you're being asked to intentionally put yourself in that position, because your lack of being able to feel vulnerable in your everyday life is kind of tainting your experience of unconditional love. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to probably come back to this reading a little bit later. We'll see, because my son will be home, and that means that there might be a little bit of noise going on, but we'll see. Hopefully I'll be able to bust out the rest of this reading, because I didn't expect for it to be so wordy and so much, and there's a lot more that I want to share with you, but I don't have a lot of time. So for now, that is it, and I will that these messages are received in clarity and with love, and I will that you're able to take these messages or any aspect of them and use them in your best ability to assist you in your own spiritual expansion and in having a happy and fulfilled experience here. So I love you very much, and yeah, I look forward to finishing this reading, because I think that there's a lot more left. I want to pull some other cards as well. So yeah, I can't guarantee that I won't be on tonight, but usually I don't do any readings on the weekend. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll go live tomorrow. We'll see. I don't know. Anyhow, thank you for watching. Peace, love, and light.